Prologue is done. Its first proper campaign. The Will of Asha. And our hero is Arantir, last soul standing.
Asha uses all. You have guided my hand, and all has come to pass as you desired. Haresh is nearly united under the command of your humble servant. I, Arantir, answer your call to restore your balance to Ashan.
Okay. Kingdoms of the Death Lords scattered throughout the lands of Haresh have lost all interest in furthering the plans of their one goddess Asha. Troubles in the realms around them have allowed them to live their undead lives unchallenged, and a quiet, lethargic peace has settled onto these once dangerous and active territories. Arantir has come out of his studious isolation preaching that he is the chosen of Asha, and that Heresh shall once again be united under the rule of a single High Lord. Magical powers are more than sufficient to back his words. Numerous necropolises have fallen or been convinced to join him. Vampire Lord Giovanni has been taming the lands around his kingdom, hoping to offer them as a consequential gift of affiliation to the Chosen One. Lady Ornella, the Griffin Countess turned disciple of death, is one of Giovanni's many exuberant acolytes. He has a special mission for her. In exchange, she hopes to finally be given the final rites to conversion and become a necromancer. They're definitely taking leeches. Sturdy, powerful, wonderful units.
Listen closely, Ornella. Lord Arantir has already conquered half of Haresh. The rest is bound to fall.
But why? You told me he was a humble scholar.
That's what we all thought, until he offered Asha's final death to 4 powerful necromancers.
Rather grandiose for a bookworm. So how will you impress him? Recite poetry?
Indeed, something suitably epic. I intend to earn his favor by offering him the city of Illuminadine on a silver platter.
Lord Malfroy's castle. I thought him your friend, and he sets a most sumptuous table.
As any good friend would, he would die for me. We'll let his ghost choose the wine when we toast Arantir's success. For now, I have a task for you.
Command me, my lord.
A magic gate recently appeared in these lands. It blocks the way to Illuminadine. I want you to find its key.
And then, am I prepared to assault a city?
You have much power, Ornella. I have taught you how to raise the dead. Further secrets shall be yours once you give me Malfroy's city and his head.
Giovanni, how romantic. But is it really necessary?
The fewer living souls in Haresh in the days to come, the more valuable Arantir will deem our own.
Okay. We are playing Ornella, level 1 knight. The dark art of necromancy enables its adepts to raise fallen enemy troops from the dead. Eager to gain life everlasting, Ornella starts learning the necromantic art. Necromancer is able to raise his or her enemies. We know how necromancers work, but there seem to be subtle, for fuck's sakes, subtle changes in even units in this expansion. So there might be changes in how the core mechanics work too. That's why I'm reading these. The necromancer is able to raise his or her enemies killed on the battlefield to make them creatures of the necropolis. But to do so, the necromancer needs a special power, dark energy. The store of dark energy is replenished weekly. Its amount shown under the resource part, 200 points. In the beginning of a mission, the player has a certain amount of energy throughout the mission, The amount will be changing. Hiring new necromancers will slightly increase the player's store of dark energy. When a necromancer gains new levels, the amount of dark energy he restores every week grows considerably. Spies report to you that the reinforcements will arrive in 3 months. You must capture Illuma Nadine quickly, or Lord Giovanni will not be able to offer it to High Lord Arantir. Survive, capture the blasted city in 3 months. Should be a simple task. Dark Magic Basic, Counter-Strike. Heroes' movement points are increased by 1% per every 2 hero level. He would probably benefit lots from logistics. Alternatively, she sort of has an inbuilt logistics skill in her, so it might be totally unnecessary. -1 morale, yeah, this is not a good combination of troops. Lots of skeleton archers. We're taking experience. Artifact, god damn it. I think that you had the opportunity to take this artifact when you start the mission. It more or less cancels out the moral negative, I guess, or luck negative. Luck and knowledge. Griffins are the only dangerous ones here, so we'll focus everything on them. There are several ways to increase the amount of dark energy that can be stored weekly. Certain buildings in the necropolis provide a greater pool of dark energy. More dark energy, or Nela needs to capture a city. We still have plenty to spare on this week though. I was hoping they would join. Undead creatures that have been destroyed cannot be raised again by necromancers. Golems and elementals are soulless creatures and cannot be reanimated as undead. No necromancer to this day has found a way to use the bodies of unicorns and angels, creatures of pure light, as material for undead. Challenging. Oh. What do we get if we take these on? +2 to attack and spell power. It's not bad. Not sure if we can take them on. I'm sure we can win this. The big problem they have is that their unit is large in size. Still, I haven't killed a single one yet. I also don't know what the hell he's thinking. He didn't even attempt to come any closer. A fairly tall order for this group. Serious casualties, so I'm not sure this is worth it. Holy shit. Can I get a dragon? Yes. 100% worth it. Basic logistics. We'll get a massive amount of mobility if we take this. But in and of itself, it's not particularly useful. However, we are on a timer at the moment, so it probably is somewhat useful at least. Yeah, this fight is now somewhat difficult. We lost all the range attack units. Can I get extra troops from here? Do you have a dragon though? Has to count for something. Rot zombie. Has festering aura, I have no idea what that means. This creature decreases all its neighbors' attack and defense by 2 and their morale by 1, regardless of who owns them, undead creatures are immune to this effect, so we can ignore that. It's an alternative skeleton. Shield Other. All friendly creatures located on neighboring tiles get only 50% of damage from non-magical shooting attacks. It also bashes and has magic proof. Slightly impressed with what I'm seeing. Right, we are not gonna survive long against these guys. More or less attack the skeletons just to find out how dangerous they are.
I've never seen such troops before, Master. That seems to be another entry in the log of secrets you've been concealing.
You lift your pen too readily. They are new to me as well. Fascinating. They would make us the envy of Haresh and of Arantir. There is an old witch, a friend and confidant of the local lords. She should know the way to create them. Find her and persuade her to share her knowledge with you. As for me, I must go and find more of these troops.
It is here that you will discover what this powerful species of undead really is. Secondary objective? So that's the primary objective as of this moment. We have 3 months to gather troops somehow anyway. There's a new type of dragon there too. No one's really interested in joining us. These are bad fights for us. I'm pretty much guaranteed to take some casualties. I don't really have all that much magic, so resurrection is fairly tough. I could have afforded resurrection there though. Minotaurs. Shouldn't be a problem. Think anyone died. Zombies aren't particularly useful. But any troop is better than no troop. Or yeah, we can take all of these. I'll take pathfinding for now. Because it has an immediate benefit for us. I wish it would just resurrect the amount that you can afford, or do that automatically. Why waste everyone's goddamn time by forcing me to manually do the splits? I'm sure there's a good reason for it. Seems like an obvious thing to implement, so there it must be somewhat complicated for some reason. That's really a lot of options where you can go. Throng and Horde. I don't think we should fight this fight. I'll try to see if they're willing to negotiate, you know. They have a lot of range attack power, and I have maybe, like the dragon, recently get to them. So not good. You will need a key in order to open the portal. What exactly is the object? Capture the city. Find lower half of portal key, upper half of portal key. Survive. Speak with the witch. Necromancer hero. Defending Enlil Saduga. I'm not sure we could win this. I mean, our army is shit in comparison. At the same time, I can't say we wouldn't. It would be a great victory for us if we would win it. Also, last day of the week, so we can get some new troops out of it. Banshee has to have a death whale, of course he has. Their force is a little less impressive than I thought. Not bad, just less impressive. They have a huge amount of these skeletons though. The hero is shit. With negative luck. Can't really resurrect anything. Might be able to put a retaliation strike on something. Dragon will probably die. Right, he can resurrect more than I can. If I had full mana, I could resurrect twice. Okay, I need to know what his special ability actually is. This creature can deal damage on all enemies' stacks, except mechanical and undead, in the range of 3 tiles from it. The damage amount depends on the particular enemy's morale and its distance from the creature. So it's not super powerful, but annoying at the very least. our range needs fire again. Right, we'll win this, but we'll lose pretty much everything we have, so... Not sure if it's a good trade for us. At least with a city we can start getting new troops. Still, this is pretty much the worst type of fighting for us. Undead army versus undead army, so we can't really cover casualties. I need to end this now. I'm gonna have to kill some of the living, but it's probably worth it. To lose less this way. Risk attack, please.
What is a bookworm doing burrowing so far from his library? Looking for garlic, I presume?
I'm on an errand, retrieving tomes of ancient lore for the wizard Menelag.
Menelag, you say? This name sounds familiar. I shall mention it to Giovanni. I suggest you find a tower before the sun sets.
A pillar of bones has already been raised in this town. It increases the pool of dark energy available for a hero. Remember to erect this type of building in every necropolis that you conquer. Tomb of the Lost also increases your dark energy pool, but to build one you need to have the Tear of Asha. Still, things improved at least a little bit. Additional heroes would not be a horrible idea, but the basic mage skill makes more sense now. Resurrection is nice, but I can barely afford to do it. What is that? Abandoned mine. There's a odd glow to it. Fort lots throng lots diddly. And its castle defended, so it has arrow towers and all of that nice stuff. Any chance to get skeleton archers now? Let's go with more money. Should I buy war machines? Very expensive for me at the moment. I think we'll settle for these. Infinite ammunition and some minor heals. Poltergeist. Throng and a horde. Well, we are going to need wood no matter what. I have no idea how we would fare against Poltergeist. They probably have the 50% dodge like all of their cousins, but they might have something else. Steel ammunition. Okay, that's a new one. Once per combat, this creature can steal some ammo from the enemy stack within its movement range. Activatable ability. Other than that, it seems like it's pretty standard fare. So this is luck dependent on how easy or deadly this is gonna be. It's a lot of fairly good units in the end. Versus our lots of pieces of shit. Cast 2, raise dead. I'm not gonna be able to do all that much with no matter how I use them. Right, I should survive the retaliation strike. Everyone is free to attack me now. My final resurrection. So we lost the skeletons. So it's a small price to pay for getting a victory out of this. Take advanced dark magic. No battle frenzy maybe. Maximum damage is increased. We have a lot of weakling shitty units, so I think that'll work fairly well for us. We need to produce new units somehow. The easiest way might be to outright just buy a hero. Pack of priests is a tough one. Skeleton archers wouldn't be, and it's also a resource site. Two-way portal. Deadly monsters. I need to fight living things so I can resurrect something. Major skilled upgrades might not be a horrible idea. I mean, they can make a big difference. The thing is, the big difference makers currently would be dark spells, which usually don't work against undead all too well. Right, I'm going to see more or less just if we can get access to free resources here. Ooh, we don't have to do upgrade buildings if we can kill a pack of liches. If we're lucky, we don't even have to kill them. A lot of items protected by ranged attackers. I suppose we should take a look at what's here. Challenging fight. Lots of mages. At least we can turn them to liches, so that would be a fight worth fighting. Priests, I'm not so sure. Maybe liches too. We're getting closer to Witch's Hut. Probably a good idea to visit there as soon as possible. Okay, looking at this, the amount of available options is very limited. Very limited indeed. Liches are the most important unit, so we'll start producing them as quickly as possible. Don't really know if we have the resource to handle everything else. Probably not. Vampire Prince. Hello, city. Challenging fight. moderate fight. Not sure what to say about that. Not like he's gonna get new troops, so there's not an immediate hurry to get there. We need to get there within 2 turns. We can take out the military post without casualties. That could give us a little bit of an edge. Vampires are always useful. Go with them next. It has to happen without casualties, otherwise this is a waste of our resources. We only have too few of them to begin with. Also, I don't really want to spend the magic here. Not sure if I have a choice. If I try to be too stingy, we're just gonna end up getting more casualties. I don't care that much about skeleton losses. Skeletons come and go constantly. Being particularly lucky with our damage strikes. We'll have to resurrect. Vampires or skeletons? I'll go with vampires. It particularly matters. Minor losses in exchange for some vampires. Not sure if it's a good trade. Especially because we have a much harder fight left. It's not mandatory to fight it at this second though. Go meet the witch. Right, I don't think I could take this anyway. They have liches here, a pack of them defending it. I might be able to get rid of the hero, but that's about it. And 12 lich masters. decent hero, massively superior army to mine. I don't understand why this is a moderate fight. This mine produces a glowing ore that seems to be exactly what the witch requested to produce the feisty new undead creatures. The witch is unpleased. I think I can't count. I need 10 glowing ore, 10 mercury, and 50 zombies to use my secret. We have the mercury, we have the zombies. Don't have the glowing ore. Right. Probably tried to rush this a little bit too soon. Still, you gotta test your limits. A little bit of additional reinforcements. I'm sure we can do it though. Confusion. Excellent. That alone is a huge thing. We will take control of the mine first though. There are just no easy targets for us to attack. That's the main problem. Blindness. Summon elementals. Not terrible, not great. The problem is it doesn't work on these guys. Fine spells, but what the hell is the point if I can't use them on my enemy? I can't upgrade skeletons here. There are a couple of fights I could fight. Might give me a level up. That could ease our situation drastically. Not sure why they hold it back, but it guaranteed that they can do nothing of use. We get at least one level up out of this, which will allow us hopefully to get mass version of a confusion or something along those lines. Not taking these, we're going to fight against succubuses soon. I need every dark energy point there that I can muster. I really would need some sort of a special ability to deal with the succubus mistresses. Spells would work just fine if I had a little bit of extra there. Every target is moderate, pretty much. Guaranteed to take significant losses against them. That's the big problem. In some ways, the best opponent to fight is the other hero at this point. But even he isn't exactly an easy target for us. Cash. Could take on the dead leeches. Or the succubus mistresses are gonna cause massive casualties. There's a limit to how many upgrades we can make. There's a theoretical chance they might join us, but I doubt it. We're too weak, army and hero-wise. It's not happening. Decrease enemy luck by 2, always nice. So this could go fairly well for us, depending on our luck. same with that, but I don't think luck would play too big a part in it. If we could get upgrades, that would make a significant difference. Our ranged attack capabilities for one would massively increase. I just want the experience so I can potentially get the mass confusion. It would allow us to deal with the range units, living units in general. Let's test this. They're not pulsing red, yeah, I don't think so. How many? 18, so less than I thought there would be. He should have skeleton. At least they're tied down now. No easy way to cause significant casualty. Final race dead. I think glitches would gain spell casting, but not much else. Just to get some experience, we need to upgrade on the next turn too. It's not like we can just ditch this place now. Spectral Dragon is at least slightly better. The deaths there might actually work sometime. Maybe, fingers crossed. Chance to resurrect something good, hopefully. Vampires are good enough. I think we're getting a good amount of critical mass. Might be getting close to the point where we can take down the second enemy city. Yeah, this might turn out badly for us. We still need to succeed here and there, otherwise it's not good. Survive. Barely, but we did. I think I have the magic to resurrect glitches. Weakness and suffering spell mass. Ooh. Any standard hero attack applies the effects of suffering spell to the target. Yeah, things weren't particularly good here, but they weren't particularly bad either. We need to attack the raid fairly soon. It's the last week of the first month. Still, we had plenty of time. I mean, what, 3 months to do it all? At the same time, I don't actually know how to get to the enemy. Assuming it has to do with the portal, but it requires 2 specific keys. I have no idea about the keys. So I don't know how much time do we need to complete this shit. We're not getting enough money to buy the wits. Money just isn't there. Be hard pressed to get any kind of new unit. Can I do even a single resurrection? No. Maybe go after the city now. Really have the opportunity to go for it. can't cast these spells that we just bought. Okay. We could get extra leeches by fighting some of these guys. Not a huge deal, but it is extra leeches. Alternatively, we'll rush the enemy. I think we should go for leeches. We don't have a horrible army, but if we could get a handful of leeches extra, we could probably get, like, say 4. That could go a long way. Also, we can replenish mana here, so it shouldn't actually divert us too badly. Yeah, just keep shooting at the skeletons. Sure, it'll pay off. Okay. We lost the actual skeleton. How many? Could I have a dozen leeches as extra? Not bad. About 4 days time to try to do something about this with this forest. There's no backing away from this. It has to work. Suppose we could take down the vampire princess. Extra attack attributes. Do you see much of a downside to it? My biggest worry is that we needed to take the ore mine a lot sooner. I can't really do anything about that anymore. But we'll see. This creature has a chance to put an enemy into deep slumber by its attack. The sleeping enemy is not able to move or attack until it wakes up or it is attacked. Moreover, it gets maximal damage from the vampire princess attack and it does not retaliate to the attack that wakes it up. This ability will not work on undead mechanical elemental creatures. What happened? Wasn't paying attention. Um, they don't have a no retaliation attack, so might lose something. Nope. Right. Just need to see how this fight goes. Very dangerous to go there right now. Probably can resurrect. Not a great spellcaster. That said, I can't exactly claim to be much better myself. Right. But overall, things are still proceeding just fine. And two race dead. Or spell casting from the enemy. I think they would do better if they would just do direct damage. I would be struggling with them more that way. I'm draining its mana. spell casting. It's not technically a god-awful idea, but it won't work. That's the main problem. He's lost the momentum game entirely at this point. That's his problem. So even if he can resurrect some, I have more active stacks than he has, so he can't do shit with his resurrected units anyway. They'll just die immediately. So it's more or less just wasting his turns. I'm in fairly good shape overall. Not sure I want to resurrect anything. Sure he's gonna get another turn. Resurrect what we can. He attacks, he dies. Right, our army is mainly intact and he lost his hero and his main army, so we're in a good spot. Basic light magic. If we deal with undead creatures, it still has benefits. Mainly with the low level mobs. I'm not sure I want that. Ooh, okay, the troops. Oh, now I see what he had. He bought the troops, but he couldn't get all of them to actually be in the defense. He had more troop stacks than he had space for it. He wouldn't actually have to fight against everything. We'll get 2,000 extra gold each day now. And this isn't exactly highly upgraded, but it's in okay shape. Now it's more or less just a matter of wrapping things up. Highest priority needs to be getting the mine functioning. I need to rush there as quickly as possible. Probably have to buy a new hero. No, I'm not wasting money on something like that. You'll have to do the collecting of the site then. I'll give a few extra troops to the main army as we pass by. Might need all the casting potential we can muster. Right, end of the first month. Not a bad result for it. More or less, we'll have to wait 2 months just to get extra troops. Still, that's just 8 weeks, and depending on how fast this produces the ore, we might not have enough time to handle everything. Still, not like I can do all that much about it now. Have to go in, hope for the best. This way there's no retaliation fire. Minor casualties. Choose the upgrade for the resident creature. Interesting. Certain creatures, when raised from the dead, become more developed undead, like those resulting from basic creatures upgrade in the necropolises. In this case, the Necromancer can choose which of the 2 upgraded variants to make out of the creature he or she raises. We now have 10 glowing ore. Well, that was easy. We need 10 glowing ore, 10 mercury, 50 zombies to finish the study. Get all the zombies you can get here. Right, things are looking very good right about now. we can get a few more extra basic structures going. That should give us the troops we need. I think we already are gonna get the troops we need anyway. After that, we'll explore as much as we can. We have time for, really. We should still have plenty of time. So there's no point hoarding every single penny at this point. The last month we will not invest in additional structures anymore. That's just try to get enough funds for any additional troops. Mages Guild here too as possible. They have to be literal zombies then. No, not plague zombies. Weird requirement. Not much I can do about it. Also I can pick fights with these guys while we're waiting. Decay and vulnerability, mass burns. That's shit. Still, I can take it away, so hopefully next time we'll get the Master Mind. Oh, we literally can't get in. Uh, yeah, that's not cool. That is not cool. Not cool at all. It's a bit annoying to have to replay these just because of that. I don't recall what the ability we have already actually does. I recall seeing it and taking a look at it, deciding it's not worth it. Maybe with this hero that's not the case. Decay and vulnerability are things I rarely use. So definitely a no. Dedicated to learning all the secrets of dark magic, the knight becomes a pariah among his or her own kind. Troops under knight's control suffer -1 penalty to morale. All dark magic spells cast by the knight are now more powerful. +5 spell power. Okay. Not sure that matters all that much, but whatever. That is interesting looking army. They probably have one of the keys we need. Might as well go and fight them. Ghost dragons. Sorrow strike. When this creature attacks an enemy, the spell Sorrow base level is automatically cast. I have no recollection of what it does.
Gate has delivered its secrets, Ornella. The key fragment you've just found should help open it, but you'll need the other half.
It is probably kept by the same kind of guardian, so I'll keep my eyes open for another similar creature.
One last thing. The key is of a highly magical nature and cannot be mended by a simple blacksmith's forge. You'll need to use an elemental conflux. You'll find one.
No? Zombies. zombies. Right, at least with this we should have the necessary modern zombies. We have the mercury, we should have the ore too. There's no indication of any way you can really handle the ore situation though. I guess we can form our train here, sort of. Pass the troops from one guy to the next. Which should be happy now, but we'll see.
Bravo, Ornella! Now these exotic creatures are part of our legions.
How charmingly ghastly. Your Lord Arantir himself might even stop and take notice.
Find the lower half, that's trivial. Capture city in 3 months. Be trivial too. There's still a few things for us to explore here. So let's get to exploring. Spells are one of the most important things we can still do. We might not get all that much from it, but might get the attack all unholy spell. We have a lot of mind control abilities now, that's good. Why this? Let's go and see. Need an elemental conflux. Oh, no, 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 no. We don't have the keys yet, so trying to go here now is just a gigantic waste. We need to clear the area previously. The key will be there, but there might be other reasons to fight here. Levels would be one. We don't actually know how hard the final battle is either. You can sort of see it. It is deadly still. So basically we have 0 chance of winning it. Might have to pick and choose what we want to do. We might not have enough time for it to use the same hero for everything. Resurrect the Lich. Sort of. I don't think we can though. Their positioning is the problem. Just end it. We'll get liches out of this. Plenty more than that. Oh, 4. I'm disappointed. Still. We ended with 3 more than we started with. We are massively missing sulfur, that's why we can't really do any interesting upgrades. These guys are super stuck. Units moving at the same time just does not work in this game. Simply does not work. Path is very much clear at this point. Go back south, go through the portal, go to the elemental conflux. Combine the keys and that's more or less your set. I think I'll leave that for another time. We'll take some time to wrap things up. We still have a month to go after all. We don't have to wait for that month, I know, but don't exactly know what do we need to do really. Right, I'll leave things here. Um, Not a bad mission this time. I'm also not sure how long is it gonna take to reach the city. I mean, we know where it is and we know how to do it. It'll at least take a week or two to get the key forged. We'll get a couple of items out of that too, some experience. But we don't know what we're really getting into. And there's no point going through these now. We'll have to go through them anyway when we get to that portal. So yeah, there's not much point in actually coming here and doing all that much. What we need to do is just combine the armies now here and our main hero on her way. That's the most sensible thing we can do. Right, those need upgrading desperately. I guess that's why we're really here anyway. We had some troops we need upgrading. Well, a couple of leeches really. It's not that bad of a situation. Someone else can easily do it. I'd like to get it done with. That way I know where to head next. I don't have to really think about it. And always deliver any extra troops that are not with us yet sometime later. Right. That'll do. That'll do just fine. Decent amount of range attack power, a lot of hit point stacks, full cache units overall. Yeah, not bad. You can probably get a couple of spectral dragons extra in the end too. All should work out more or less just fine. What we really need is sulfur though. Okay, we can't get dragons. Fine. Still, that'll make things simpler. Might as well make the level 5 melee skill here then. Puppet Master Arcane Armor, so nothing new. Only thing left to do is fix the key and end the mission. But, as I said, I'll leave that for another time. There doesn't appear to be that many attribute increasing sites here, so we don't have to waste time on those either. Just wrap up the mission.